Yo, 1150 KKNW, E's way I see it, no other way. Y'all know the motto. If it's out there, let's talk about it. I'm your host, E-Dawg, alongside two of my legendary co-hosts.
Hi,
Tari Free and
Sweeng Whistle.
And we can't forget about our DJ Hustleman in the building.
Hustleman.
Y'all know what it is, man.
Hustle.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
They
Mayweather.
can be anywhere in the world, but they tuned in to us.
Yeah.
Come on.
So Terry was telling me the March Madness got canceled too. I didn't know that. I just thought the NBA was canceled.
No, they in the first time in its history, they took it all the way down. No March Madness, no more. At least like the NBA season, and all the other sports, soccer, NHL, things like that, they are suspending that. So in hopes that it'll return. But March Madness, nope. 19 teams were supposed to go.
19?
Yep, 19,
19.
man, 19.
Well, they don't really get paychecks though.
Yeah, but they get
But
something out
it
of it.
slows
But their
them down
schools
from
do.
Yeah.
Their schools do, their endorsements. So just like football and basketball, especially, really funded those athletic programs for those various schools.
Yeah.
So when that's gone, and you know, and there's a big check given to the.
But it takes longer for them to, like, what about those guys that's about to enter the draft?
Yeah.
You know, all that stuff. That sets them back a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I would say no, because everybody already knows who they're going to. They already kind of know who they've been watching them all season and since they were younger.
That makes
so
sense.
they kind of already know. They just want to see how they're going to
I know.
mature and things like that. Like Zion, he was before he got drafted, he played 1 year at Duke, right?
He only played 1 year?
Yeah, he was only there at Duke 1 year. He got injured.
Not the whole season.
Not even the whole season.
Wait. You telling me he got hurt in
the game.
college and he still went top draft?
Yeah. Oh, he was going top
But
draft
he's
anyway.
worth it, though.
He
He's
was in high
showing his
school.
game right
but
now.
but also too, he's I think he's kind of prone to injury.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
big.
Because he's a big guy, but but although it looks like he's pretty resilient, he can recover. There's been plenty
He's
of
about-
busts.
He
Y'all
about
talking
your
about
size, ain't he,
March
Sweeng?
Madness. What about these kids that's out of school for
Out of
6
school,
weeks, man?
6 weeks,
What
man.
am I supposed to do?
With no NBA to watch.
Right,
No
NBA.
sports,
No
period.
sports.
My son and his
Nothing.
friends is hot about it. What are we supposed to do?
They-
Clean up.
they
Clean
not-
up.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what? 'Cause
Stay sanitized.
Yeah, 'cause
Right.
being a kid can't be the same as when we was a kid and actually went to the playgrounds, rode our bikes
That's
all
all
over
gone.
the streets.
Right.
They're just literally in the house.
But you got to think about what's going on. Like, I mean, it's a virus going around. It's freezing rain in March. You know what I'm saying?
Last
Freezing
day of
rain.
spring. Last day of spring, and
Man.
it's snowing.
Right. What is going on?
And they closed the library.
They couldn't play outside if they
All
wanted
the
to. We
libraries
can't even
are
blame
closed.
that on them no
Centers.
more.
They closed the library.
All the libraries are
All
closed
the
till next
libraries
month
is
in the
closed.
community center. So kids going to be
No
at home.
curricular
Oh, wait.
activities.
Yeah.
I swear we in a movie.
Yeah.
There are 2 movies out
It's
about
two.
this.
We just
Yeah.
talked
I
about
just
that.
said
There
that.
is.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Coronavirus.
No.
What is
Well,
it? Contagious.
Contagious.
Outbreak.
And outbreak.
How
About the
old are
month.
they, though?
Hold on. Let me.
At least 10
10 years old.
Wow.
One was about Ebola virus, and the other one was about
Wasn't it the
another virus.
bird swine
It was-
flu?
yeah,
bird
but same
flu?
thing.
One, what is
Spread
it?
it. Spread it.
H1N1?
Yeah.
1NH?
Yeah, they're saying it's a different type now. So they're saying is it 19 Corona 19?
Yeah.
But there was the one next to that was lower than that, and so I'm like, so what is it getting? Is it getting tougher?
Yeah.
Like-
Everybody's getting it.
Where's the nest at?
Washington.
We are though. We're
they-
the hub.
You can't go nowhere. Don't show your ID.
But we are. We're
No,
considered.
did you guys see what Supreme said? Supreme said he had 2 gigs in L.A. They said, where are you flying from? He
Yeah.
told them where, and they said
said
they
no.
canceled them.
That's what
Right.
they're doing
Yeah.
to you. You can't get a room in a hotel like that
Yeah.
either.
That's like Nate Jackson had to postpone his opening day for his comedy club.
Which
Yeah.
is in April, right?
Yeah.
all those? Like I was gonna go see Dion Cole. He's done too.
Yeah.
Everything got because the governor put down the hammer. Nothing
Yeah.
over.
Y'all ain't seeing
250.
what's going on. They quarantining us.
They finna
man.
quarantine us.
They closing the tunnel at 10 o'clock tonight. Y'all pay
Yeah.
attention. Stay woke.
I'm going to tunnel anyway.
I do.
You're lucky I'm over here on the east side with y'all.
I'm just tripping right now. Like we in a real movie right now.
Yeah, it's real.
And it can really get worse.
It could be the
It's
purge.
not a movie because a movie you could turn the TV
Purge?
off.
The purge is coming.
I joked about that.
Don't say that.
I joked about somebody eating somebody up. And,
No, we're gonna be purging for toilet paper.
I told John that because he got I forgot what that dog is. It looked like a bear. I told him, I said, I ain't gonna lie. As soon as it pop off, I'm jumping your gate.
Yeah.
I know they coming
Eat
for
that
me
big
because
dog.
I'm hella chocolate. I'm staying in the house.
Already
Man.
barbecue.
So the NBA, they
of
were
the
showing games though yesterday.
But those are all
Those old games.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
think about
2
it.
players got it.
2 players, yeah.
2 players.
And the same team.
Yeah.
Right.
They were on the same team?
Yeah.
The Jazz, right?
And the one player joked about it.
He touched all the
he
mics
touched all
and the table.
mics.
And that, are you?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was at a press conference. He touched all the mics and table and like, and got up.
And really got it.
And he really got it. And gave it to his teammate.
That number 3 mic was it, huh?
If you go look online, everybody online is talking about him bad.
He shut the whole
He shut the whole NBA down.
But that's crazy too, because if you think about it, ESPN, that's how they make their money, is all on sports, right? That's what it's, supposed to be doing. So we talk about this and how, it's affecting people and businesses and things like that.
Yeah.
But like I was saying earlier too, the more I listen to, people talking about it and how it affects us, personally and locally, I feel bad for part-time workers, the restaurants, the mom and pops, stores. I mean, Seattle is a ghost town because
It is.
there's just nobody there. And then I was listening on, I can't remember what it was, the news or something I think I was watching, and they talked to a food truck down in downtown Seattle. They're used to, the food trucks make their business down there. Made $70,000 one month, last month, barely made 10 this month. Yes.
Ooh, that means they.
But I'm saying though, if just because you ain't make $70,000 yet, that don't mean you should be going bankrupt.
So,
But the thing is, you still have the food. You still have costs that that $70,000 isn't your net.
Well, I know the freeway traffic has been real good.
Yeah.
Well, that brings me this though.
Yeah.
I got to give props out to Mark Cuban because he actually said he's going to pay
all the stadium
workers
yes.
for the games that they miss at home.
Yeah.
The dude is just, that's why I like him with his team players and everything. He's always like I remember somebody telling me with Jason Terry that he actually used to let them use his plane, his personal plane.
Right.
Yeah.
Kevin Love, NBA player, he is putting I think $100,000 towards for stadium workers as well as a player.
That's good.
Which I commend. It's crazy to me because we here in the Pacific Northwest, we have a lot of very prominent professional athletes. So I'm calling y'all out. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for y'all to.
Yeah.
Come
spend some money.
Come spend some money.
My boy JD Hill has a cleaning company. He said he's cleaning up right now.
Oh,
Right.
I bet he is.
He said he's killing them.
true that.
And
I
you
bet
know what'll
he
be a
is.
good company right now? A babysitting company for all these people. Yeah.
You ain't lying.
Daycare.
$300 a
Childcare.
day.
But you have to be careful though because there's certain things that you have to take a temperature every day and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I work for the Boys and
The
Girls Club
movie.
of King County, and they've decided to continue to stay open and provide care for, they have licensed child care and then they have teen centers. And so they've decided to extend child care or be there for people who need it. But that is one of the requirements is we have to take any kid that walks through the
Head
door, we have to take their temperature. We have to, and the minute it's over 100 or whatever, it's sorry, you can't come.
They
What you
do
do
have
with
a grant for like small businesses that have
Yeah.
their own location, like 10,000 or something.
Everybody's
But you
going to
eat
get a
that.
little money in a
Right.
minute.
But everybody's company, like the restaurants, is like 30 to 40% down.
Right.
Like it's crazy.
It is.
Stock market went down for
Oh.
like 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days.
We
Will
powers
Dorsey
in
in
numbers.
the building.
What's happening?
What's up, Will?
One of the Huskies
We
basketball
are
coaches.
the champions.
I know.
Come on, Garfield.
Yeah, Garfield in the house.
You know what? I ain't even gonna act like I've been following the
I
high
have.
school basketball this
Yeah.
year.
I have 2 high schools.
I didn't
so
even
have.
know that Will went to Garfield because he was at Rainier Beach last year.
Oh, okay.
So
No word.
Great
when
guy.
I seen his face pop up and they were like, "Congratulations, Will," I was going, "Traitor." No, I'm playing.
That's cool. Just everywhere you go,
No,
win.
He told me he was gonna make a move. And where's Trey, man? We gonna
Trey's right downstairs. He'll be here, man.
See?
Murder's trying to get in the building like me.
all right. No cursing, but yeah. I just had to throw that in there because you got to tell black people.
You ain't gotta tell.
Hey, we are
I'm old enough
professional.
trying to get close to God, so I'm
Come
trying
on,
to
come on.
That's the-
Won't he
that's-
do it?
okay.
Won't he
Okay.
do it?
So, man, tell us about this journey. How many games did you guys win this year before you went to the championship?
We won 26.
26, and how many
The
you
record was
lost?
20.
We lost three out of state in Hawaii, and we lost 2 to the team we beat in the championship.
That's crazy. You guys is
I
doing,
like that one.
Yeah,
I like
doing
that one.
You're doing better than the what is that team? The that we got XFL.
Oh, the Dragons.
Yeah, you're doing
Dragons.
better than
Way
way
better.
better than the Dragons.
That's
They
because they
canceled
knew.
too.
They knew.
Yeah,
They knew-
okay.
yeah,
They did finally cancel?
They
Yeah,
canceled
they
too.
canceled
Yeah.
too.
Oh, they
canceled.
did?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they
canceled.
canceled. Everything's canceled.
So you
That's
guys
crazy.
done, or is there
No,
is
we're
there another
done.
level?
No, we're done. We're
Hardwood
done.
Classic
So you
was
took
what,
it all.
last
We
week.
took it all.
And actually, big
And the
props,
girls,
big
right?
props
And the
to
girls,
Garfield because I know Coach Marvin. So props because public schools kicking
Yeah,
that private school ass.
That was
That's still cussing, Terry. That's still cussing.
No, I spelled that out.
No, she spelled it.
I spelled it.
So
I know what I can and cannot do. Believe me, we got a dump button.
So you guys so they're saying you swept the competitors.
we swept them. They beat us early in the year twice.
But in the
But in the championship, it was the biggest margin of win ever.
By what?
By any team in the state of Washington.
What'd you beat them by?
We beat them by 27, but we beat everybody by 25.
Very
You beat
good.
everybody by
Everybody.
25.
Eastside Catholic, Marysville, Pilchuck.
Yeah.
And how many
You
Yeah.
had some good competition, though. No doubt. You guys had some
we did.
really
We
solid
did,
competition.
but we got
They beat
we got
Paulo.
we got Mr. Roy. So as long as you got
Yeah.
Brandon,
Right.
you feel like you got a
That
hit.
comes for me to ask you, do you guys teach these kids? Does he teach them like he coaching it, like he learned in the NBA?
I've been around a lot of coaches, college coaches. Brandon is by far probably to me the most brilliant guy
Yeah.
because working with children, he definitely used reverse psychology a lot. Like he don't really like us to get on him and yell at him, but he do it in a subtle way.
Yeah.
Like he'll grind them all day, but then he'll tell them how wonderful they are,
Wow.
and that throws
good.
probably the adults off.
Yeah.
that's
we
dope.
want to keep pushing them. We want to keep like run some more, and then he'll stop them and say, "You guys did a great job."
Yeah,
And it's
'cause
been
But
working.
that's good.
Yeah,
It's been working.
It's working.
Because parents get real sour nowadays. If their kid's not in that game and they,
Yeah.
you know,
I know
they
I
don't
do.
understand the politics sometime of b-ball, and I get it.
Yeah.
If the kid is good, and like the controversy with Marjan, we're gonna have Marjan up here soon. But the controversy with Marjan, and sometime he wasn't playing, and then there was politics behind that, and I won't speak about it. But I'm saying, sometimes the coaches have to be disciplinary,
Well,
right?
Yeah, we have to be, but I think what people get a misunderstanding about politics is it's not politics when your son doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
Politics,
Absolutely.
people who say it's politics are people
Yeah.
who kids are not to that level. And a lot of people want to come to
they wanna sit
Garfield,
on that.
Rainier Beach,
Yeah.
O'Day. They want to go to these top schools when your son should be off somewhere at maybe Marysville, Pilchuck. I'm not
still
disrespecting
good,
them,
yeah.
but they're still
You
good.
did.
Yeah,
But
they
there
still
are
good.
certain
But
levels.
ain't
no
nothing
doubt.
wrong with
There
Marysville
are.
Pilchuck.
Yeah,
There's
they still
nothing.
good.
Native pride. I'm
Yeah.
native, so my mom.
No,
so
but there
I'm
is
down with the
certain
natives.
levels,
But
even in high school, because I think what's interesting, because I have 2 kids. I have a boy and a girl. They're AAU kids. They play ball. And what's interesting for me to watch as an AAU parent was that, especially, we all know this. Let's just be frank about it. AAU has always dominated, is the breeding ground for boys to go forward, right? Girls, it was not always as prominent until probably the last 3 to 5 years, I would say.
Because they
I don't
getting
think
it
so.
in.
Yeah.
I think
Well, I
it's
think-
way before that, because when I coached at Rotary, Buck he always had the top girls team. No matter it might have been
Right.
one team.
Right.
You know, the problem now is whenever a child doesn't get to play, their mom or dad go make up a team.
That
And now
is
we got
true.
too many
That
teams.
is true.
We got so many
is
teams that, you know, I remember telling people all the time, like, hey, your kid can go play at at Foster High School and be the number 1 dude, but yet and still you sit on the bench at Garfield and be the number 10 dude.
Yeah.
And then your parents want you to play.
Right.
You know, so a lot of times the parent just want it's for them. And they're not thinking about the child.
Right.
You know, because I want my kid to be happy, you know,
It's all
more than I
comfort
want him to win.
Where were all this high school motivation when I was in high school? Because
Wasn't nowhere.
they literally just had like one person or 2 people on the team that actually had potential to take it to the next level.
But he makes a valid point.
2K.
It's like I was saying, AAU has really started to dominate within the high school, because what's happened is that you have these solid AAU teams, and they are worked right into the high school. We already know this, and so that's what's happening, to be honest with you. And then, like you point out, parents, you know, there's so many different AAU teams now. Everybody and their dog make one because whatever.
Yeah.
And he's
That's
solid.
why they make
no,
them.
he's solid.
That's
But
why they make them.
why.
They make them
For
because
real?
their kid's
Yes.
not good enough to be on the
Right,
top one.
Right. So
they make a team.
So they do. They make them. That's why you see so many. There are so every year, every new AAU year, my kids. I'm like, oh, where'd these guys come from? Because
Yeah.
it's a new
Yeah,
one. You're
it's a-
like,
it's a new
oh,
one.
we've played them before. You played her against when she was with this team, and oh, you played him when he was with that team. So I get it. But I think for me, what I've just noticed, and they're only 16, and they've only been playing since they were like 9, 10. So for me, especially with my daughter, I've noticed this will be her second year that she did the Under Armour gauntlet, that whole tour.
Yeah.
Adidas.
No, Under Armour.
Under Armour.
And mind you, Adidas has had the female route. Nike is always known for boys, not so
Right,
much
right.
girl. But I'm gonna pump up Under Armour. I went to their last year was her first year, and in Pennsylvania, and I was like, oh, they've been sitting back watching. They have
Right,
been
right.
watching and saying, oh, this is okay. This is what I like from this. This is what I like from that. And they did a really fabulous job.
How do you build the team? How do you get in the organization? How do you start your own team? How do
Well,
you
it's simple for parents who really don't care about winning and just care about their kid having their way. Because I can get 5 kids tomorrow
Yep.
and put together and call
And
them,
you can just
call
enter
them
the lead,
E's,
or
whatever.
is
Yeah,
there
you can
something-
enter whatever you want.
money.
The top thing is I mean, I did it before when I was at Rotary. When I was at Rotary, we had some differences with my son and some other guys, and so I said, okay, fine. Then I'll take my team to South Sound, right? And then I took them to South Sound, and we had a South Sound team. And the biggest thing is though, the team was made up of good players.
But
you
you
know.
also got to have money to travel.
Well,
too,
when you
right?
have good players, guys will give you money, because everybody wants to be a part of that winning. Everybody wants to be a part of winning.
I didn't know.
When Rotary
the top
sponsored
the
by
top
Nike.
the top team was
$60,000 a year.
it was way more than that. But
Well, yeah.
when I was at Rotary, we was Adidas, and we had all the top from Marvin Williams, Ronnie Stuckey, all them guys, Aaron Brooks. So them guys, Nike is not someone who to play with.
No.
They want to be on top like everybody
Right.
else. So you put
But
your
ain't that another way of getting these kids before they
without a doubt,
get there?
and it happens
Is
when
that,
they get when
is
they
that
get to
like
the pros.
a smooth way to slide in under the kid before he actually develops the skills to go to the league?
No, I would disagree with that, just because I think that, like he's pointing out, is that those kids, and Rotary is amazing. And they've always produced they've only taken the cream of the crop. But also, too, and correct me if I'm wrong, you have different levels of sponsorship with the teams. Like you do. And when you're fully sponsored by, whether it's Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, when they take on all the expenses, you're winning their. I mean, you're ranked so high on that national team, on that circuit that it's, that's why they pay for it. So
well, the biggest thing is the kids earn the earning position. I mean, 'cause when we were at Rotary, I mean, I remember coaching with Gary Ward for the Northwest Panthers, and now Team Bradley. So that just goes to show you that Avery was a player playing on a team in Tacoma we were sponsored by Reebok. So we got one pair of shoes, and they gave us all the 3 pairs of shorts, and that was it. But once Avery got out there on the circuit with Abdul Gaddy, Pat McCullen, and all those cats, and beat up on John Wall and all those top dudes, then Adidas was like, "Yo, hey,
yeah,
what can we do?
Right.
What can we do? What can we do? Because and then now Avery's in the NBA, of course, and so now he's under one of those shoe contracts that always took care of him when he was a kid. So
can we get a Sweeng One team?
Let's do it.
you can get a Sweeng One. Everybody's always looking to move,
Come on.
man.
I mean, they all gotta have beards like him, though. Every player. Even
But see, E-Dawg asking all the questions like he finna start an Ease Way.
let's do it.
How exactly do you build the team?
he know how. He know how to get it going.
He
He
trying to
know how to get
recruit.
it going. Yeah,
Look,
I don't call it recruitment. I just call it.
y'all
placement.
spend too much time practices and all the other stuff. I'm cool. I don't want to travel with nobody with a basketball.
Everybody don't travel.
It's fun.
They
Though.
practice like every
fun.
day, don't they?
Well, for AAU practice, it could be every day, but I think it's every other day for those guys. For high school, we go every day. We go every single
So
day.
how did you feel when they canceled the NBA and the March Madness?
March
How did
Madness,
you feel? Because if you're, obviously basketball is what you sleep, dream, whatever. Now you can't watch it. What are you watching now?
Just making sure if we can get the kids in the gym somewhere. Because for me, basketball, I have to look beyond the ball bouncing and look at what a kid may be next year. So what this is doing right now is holding someone's scholarship and holding someone's chance to move
Who's the
up.
top prospects right now in Seattle?
Tori Eason, who's on our team, he's heading to Cincinnati. Also, the kid Kendall Munson is heading to Pepperdine.
Nice.
So for us, we want them to. Of course, Paulo is the top kid.
Paulo.
Nolan, them guys. I mean, they all are top. Shane Noel, those are the top kids right now. So, but they're young. They're underclassmen. Only Kendall and Tori Eason are seniors for us.
Okay.
So it's a good thing that they have committed. And
They have committed.
They've committed to go to school there. So otherwise, that coach could have been like, I haven't seen enough of them, and that's what's happening to the kids now around the country.
Why is this guy fanning his head?
His head's sweaty.
Because he's hot.
That's that beard.
Hot dog water.
Cut the beard down. Let some air in. Oh,
Why don't you show us the shape of that head?
I'm not worried about. I'm saying my
And he's
head.
in a sweatshirt
But
over here.
I know that's how I know it's the beard. It's that beard is about.
Man, you hating on my beard, man.
How hot is it in here,
Menopause.
Nate?
Thank you.
What was it at?
Yeah.
74. So then add 10 on that with the beard.
See, you short, so all the hot air is missing.
Hey, I'm glad you said I ain't getting that.
man.
He said we can't do those.
Listen,
none of that
let me
comedy
tell you
stuff,
guys
man.
when I met Will. Okay? I walked in the 88 Keys. They said, we have a new cook. And Focus is here. He
That's
can be
where
my
I know
witness.
you from. Buffalo.
But he was actually not the cook. He was running the kitchen. The kitchen was his.
Same thing.
Right?
It was his kitchen.
Well, you want to give a person his proper due. You don't want to make it look like he just had an apron on. I met him in an apron and he was chilling.
He was the chef.
Hey, so he put food on display, like, in a little display where you can look at it and say, oh, I want that. He had, am I lying, Focus? He had a gumbo bowl, and he had one shrimp in the bowl.
Well, when you're working at 88 Keys, somebody gonna pick the shrimp out.
Right.
It was by the front door, so I ain't give them much of a choice.
Right.
I ain't want to be like, I had 9 shrimp in here, 8 shrimp in here.
They're going to have to split this
There
one.
was one
was
shrimp
like-
in here. That's
I was
what come
like,
in
did
it,
this
man.
dude count the okra? I bet you he knew how much rice was in that bowl.
Hey.
235
It was right in the front by the door.
Hey,
And you know, I want nobody to walk out with it. So you see, he was eyeing it. He just
Yeah, he was.
he didn't steal it because it was one in there.
the owner was that dude sold that club like 6 times.
Oh, yeah.
And all the people came together and didn't know they all were owners.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
we really all had a part in it. We all had. No, he really.
I'm not even lying.
No, we really had a part in it though. That's how it went down. He
That's
really had a part in
crazy.
it.
It was like 6 owners. In respect to the owner, he never did nothing to me, but I was like, man, people kept tapping me going, yeah, man, I'm the owner. Dude got a mop. I'm like, oh, that's the janitor. Nope, I'm an owner.
Yeah.
Man. Rest in
was
peace
getting-
to Bobby Bass. That was my
Oh,
dude.
yeah, Bobby
that
B.
was
Yep,
my dude.
yep. That's how I got
Every
in
time
there.
somebody
I
say
got in there with
88
Bobby
Keys, I
Bass.
think of my dude, man.
It wasn't the same after Bobby.
It wasn't.
No.
It wasn't.
No,
Was it?
we went over. Me
It
and
wasn't
JJ
the
went over
same.
to the
We
house.
went to the funeral.
Yeah, we saw Bobby, man. It was bad.
I still got his phone number in my phone. That was my guy. Yeah, speaking of somebody passing away in the music industry, as we speak, we are losing.
Who?
The Michael Jackson of Seattle, Eric Saloy.
Yeah.
They just took him
wow.
off of his machinery, and
Wow.
and it's just a weight now.
Oh.
He was incredible. He was my road manager when we did shows. Eric was a good dude, rarely cursed.
Yeah.
Johnny Guillory, if you remember that, in the hood in Seattle when they had the Jerry curl. Johnny Guillory, he worked there. Him and his brother used to dive like they was at Olympics at the Mount Baker Park.
Oh, man.
So
I know all the
Eric,
Samoans,
man,
yeah.
Shouts out to Eric. His brother's up there. He's funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
And I went up there, man, and touched him and talked to him, and man, it was crazy because I just spoke to him.
Right.
Wow.
Wait, did you say Johnny
Yeah.
Guillory's?
Johnny Guillory.
That's old school.
Yeah.
That is old.
When you first said that, I was thinking of the singer. I thought she was
Johnny
Johnny
Gill.
Gill. I was like, oh, this guy. Is that where you got your curl done?
Yeah.
For drop top?
Yeah,
That was
let me
nice.
tell you the story. That's how I met Eric.
Banging
Um,
curl.
Banging. They
Banging
I
curls.
always had box curls, the classy curl, those
Yeah.
type of curls, where if you comb it, that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you comb it, you would beg your mom to keep the rollers in longer, but then she would say, you going to burn yourself up. Get under this sink. And
See, my dad gave me an S curl and he kept it in too long.
and it went straight.
It was like an L curl.
You got
Yeah, curl.
Oh, my God.
So, real story, I used to walk around the neighborhood and look for things to do to make money so I can get enough money to go to Chubby's and Tubby's and buy a pair of shoes.
With the fat laces?
Yeah,
Come
for
on.
real. So I walked in the shop, man, and Eric was at the front desk. And I was like, told Mr. Guillory, can I clean up the parking lot? He's like, well, ain't nothing out in the parking lot. I'm like, man, we got to find something. Right? And it wasn't. So then he just found a spot and was like, okay, do this and get this up and then come back and see me. When I went back into the shop, Eric was sitting at the front desk and he had a hairstyle and he had a burgundy tail and everything. His hair
my
was
goodness.
whipped. But he didn't have a jerry curl because he was Creole.
Yeah, that was.
So
Oh, he didn't need one.
so when Johnny Guillory said, so he did the curl, and he said, so what style you want it in? And I said, I want it like him right there. And Eric turned around like, who is he? Like, so I got
Yeah.
the Jerry curl, walked out looking like him and everything.
Jerry curl tails.
Hey,
Have you noticed that
Yeah.
everybody that got the box curls today is bald headed?
Bald headed.
Oh my God.
Take the hair
Yeah,
out.
they took it all the hair out.
They took the hair.
It's-
the hair
you
out.
better check and see if your boy ain't downstairs.
Oh, my boy, your guy got my phone.
Oh no! Oh, for in case he called.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, he going through all your
Yeah.
pictures. I
he
hope
went
ain't
through
nothing in
your
there
pictures,
strange. You know,
It'll snap him. It'll
It's
snap him.
online.
Man.
It's online now.
hey, there he is.
There
He murdered.
he
He
is.
murdered.
All right, Tre Simmons made it. Okay, Will's credit is good.
Yeah.
Champs is in the building.
Will, I thought Will was gonna have me promoting something, and then we were gonna look like crazy on the air. Give him a microphone. Somebody give him a mic. Throw him the microphone. You gonna put him over in the pilot seat? Pilot seat. So we got Tre Simmons in the building. If you
sir.
don't know, come on, you gotta know Tre
You gotta know
Simmons.
Tre Simmons, man.
He killed him at UW.
Killed him at the Dub all over the world.
You know
So,
what amazed me, man, Trey, was I didn't know you played for all those teams overseas. I didn't. I didn't know that he was like no,
God,
no,
yeah.
no, I'm
Do
serious.
you know about Michael Jordan?
I'm serious.
Right.
Do I know about who?
Nothing.
That didn't make sense. But I didn't know he played for all those teams. It was
Yeah.
Did you play did you ever play against Marbury over there?
No, he played in China. I never played.
He was in China. Yeah, he's like the Michael Jordan over there, ain't he?
yeah.
At some
China, huh?
point. He made some shoes that glow and
Yeah.
he blew up.
Yeah.
So
He
he's
got
the
a
reason.
statue. He got a statue.
He got it.
Yeah, no, he got a statue.
He got a
of that.
statue over there.
That's crazy.
That's crazy
Yeah.
because he wouldn't have never got a statue here.
They love him though.
He
They
don't have a
love
statue
him,
in
though.
Brooklyn.
We like you. You get statue. Let me not do that for somebody.
Don't do that.
call
Oh,
in.
Right?
Don't do that.
Oh, T might.
That's the call
T
in.
might-
That's
Don't do that.
We talk. Oh my
no
goodness.
cussing.
Oh,
No
right,
cussing. No
right.
cussing. No cussing.
Right.
You don't even know.
Right?
You don't even know what Asian I was.
South Korea.
Trey's in the building. Another
Yes, sir.
coach. I didn't know you guys were stacked at Garfield like that. Y'all giving it? So you giving these kids NBA drills?
I mean, I'm giving them what they need.
You get them what you
know?
got?
Yeah,
basically.
for sure.
That's what I wanted. That's what I was trying to get to. Are you coaching them like you were coached?
Yeah.
Well, usually I try to make my drills and training game time situations. You know,
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Take
you know,
it serious.
No tennis balls and weight. You know, all this equipment and stuff. Man, I try to make it game time situations. So,
Yeah. I think that's important.
Yeah, and I mean our staff, Trey's gonna be mine, but our staff is awesome because we touch like so many different parts of a child's life. In the meantime, like for myself, like Trey and them will be out there doing all the drills and training, and my job coming into the staff was for the parents.
Yeah.
So before, they weren't giving much time to the parents' conversation when you ask things, because as you move up the ladder, coaches don't have time to be explaining to you why your son ain't playing.
Yeah.
But I give them the outlet to come and be that part. My job is to know why a kid is not performing. Meaning, if he's hungry, if something's going on at home, I know his
So
girlfriend.
this ain't like the
I know.
the 80s where it's like, oh, come here and we can put him
No,
in. It's
no.
serious now.
No, yeah, because of course, Trey's a great shooter, so he put a lot of emphasis on dudes form and doing things like that. We got Jamal
Who's the
Williams.
hardest coach on the team?
That's
Like
dope.
who's the meanest coach on the team? Be honest.
Who pushes?
they both
I wouldn't say meanest.
What would you say?
I would say who pushes
The hardest.
because as a parent again, and a basketball parent, my expectation of coaches when I put them in your care, you better push my child.
So you won't get mad?
See,
Heck no.
See, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because parents always say like push them and push them and push them and push them
Until they see you
and
push
then
them.
as soon as
Oh, no,
as soon
I
as you
tell
become
you.
their
She
No,
mama.
said
no.
she is that type of parent.
I'm that parent. I am that parent that swears to you.
Yeah, but somebody I've seen it a million times. People
I
say
know that.
I'm like that.
But no, her
push 'em.
kids are really in sports like hard.
Right. That's just me personally because I know my kids well enough to know
If I
they
tell
can-
your daughter or your son to touch every seat in Husky Stadium, if
He's touching every-
If I tell him to touch
every-
no, that happens. No, I mean no
that's a
crime about
drill.
it. Say
Right.
touch every seat
Yeah.
in this building.
Yeah.
Then you gonna come home like
You
this
guys
guy's
are-
crazy.
No, I won't. No,
You
I
guys,
won't.
Hey, they're
No,
beating
I
the
won't.
push.
That's
Who-
good work.
Who pushes?
Who's the hardest?
Who pushes? Who pushes? Who pushes?
I mean, I think we have different ways to go about pushing
Right.
these kids. So I can go a different way about it than Coach Brandon or Coach Will or Coach
Yeah.
Mar or Coach Bone or anybody. You know what I'm saying?
But
So-
you guys are on the same. You guys are on the same mindset, though.
Yeah.
So these kids can't run to you, get sympathy, and then deal with Will in a whole different. You know what I mean?
Well, I wouldn't say sympathy, but some of these
Connection?
kids have a different relationship
Yes.
with
Which
Yeah.
each one of you guys?
Right.
And that has to be. That is
And
something
we
that's
and we
really,
and we are really
important.
good at
Really.
we're really good at if that's Trey's guy per se. Well, he's kind of relating to Trey, and I need him to perform in a certain way. He's not doing it. Then I'll just be like, Trey, get your guy
Okay.
to go,
Yeah.
and then Trey will go over and give it to him, however you want to do it, And then as long as he does it, we don't really
Will,
care.
you just
how to
look
do it,
like
man.
you hit kids.
I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest coach. I'm the oldest coach on this.
And that's why, 'cause
it's
you
not
can't-
above
We're
me.
trying to bring the paddle back.
It's not the foot. The foot. The paddle is just when you doing. No.
had a
That's what I'm telling you. My job for the kids is all the mental stuff they go through throughout the day at school.
Yeah, true
what they're
that.
going through at home. Because a lot of times,
Yeah, you do
when
care
you
about
guys-
academics. I
when
know
you guys
that.
watch, when you guys watching the kids play, you think, oh, that kid's doing great, but the night before he wasn't at home.
Right.
He wasn't sleep. He didn't sleep at home because him and his dad got into it, and then I got to go to the dad, and I got to be like trying to, like, hey man, he came home at 10:30.
Do you like the parents to be more involved, or do you kind of You don't want the parents to be all.
I like the parents to be more involved because they don't blame us for everything.
Yeah.
And I tell the
Start
parents,
doing
we need you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we because we have your kid, and they, as you can see on our bench, our kids, we work for them to get to a certain point where they're understanding what's going on. It's like when you raise a child, if he goes over to his dad's house and the rules are different than his mom's house, then the kid's going to be confused.
Yeah.
Right. So when we work to get the kid to the point where he's performing, and then he goes home and his parents is not there to, you know, maybe to feed him or to help him or to help him with homework. Well, then now he comes back to us once again. He's let down. He's tired. He don't want to play basketball. He doesn't want to do what's best for him. He wants to just slouch around because maybe his mom would say, them coaches ain't worth nothing.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I'm like,
How do
"All
you
right."
pick your players? Like they come to the school and how many kids try out?
Yeah, how?
I think this year we had 83 or something like that.
83?
83 what?
And you
Kids.
narrow that
Kids.
down.
But
to-
you guys have how many teams? Do you guys have? Remember,
we
there's
got,
three.
We got,
you have,
we got 3 teams. We got
you have a
JVC.
C team, JV, and a varsity. So out
That's
of
30.
those,
That's like 30 kids.
yeah, 30 kids.
35.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. How long does it take to touch every seat at the Husky Stadium? I was just wondering.
Hey, you know what? I saw a guy attempt to do it one time. I saw a guy attempt to do it, and they stopped him from doing it after a while, you know, because Coach Dollar was like, hey, you want to kick the ball and do all that, then get to touching, you know. And I saw him try to go up and down, up and down, up and down. His point was that, you know, I'll make you touch all these things again if you do it, right? You know,
Right.
so I always take that thing with kids. It's like if I pull the bleachers out, the clock, there's no clock.
Yeah, what do you guys? So a kid acting up on the court, you just at practice. What is the discipline? You sit them down, or you make them jog?
It could just be what the kid did. But first of all, like I try. That's kind of like my little area in the sense where I try to figure out why he did it.
You the
You
discipline.
know, no, I'm not. Why he did it? You know,
The spanker.
and then you know,
Spanker.
Trey may be like, "Hey, man, he gotta run some lines." You know, he gonna run some lines, and I'd be like, "Man, he gonna run the lines, bro." But
You know how I know you're a spanker because you look like The Rock. You remember The Rock, the show?
see, he's telling me not to cuss on here, but he's about to turn this. He's about to turn this into. He knows that this is about to go into a one-on-one comedy show
You remember
between
The Rock,
him and I.
right?
Yeah.
He just look like what else do you do?
Spank. You got the spank hand.
He got the spank hand.
No, man, I don't get the
Tracy
spanking,
like
man.
Tracy like the more mellow person. We'll see like he just jump.
Yeah, I'm mellow, but you know, I get them.
You're the mental
Well, he told
guy.
us you encourage the kids like everything's wonderful.
What's
That's
in
Brandon. That's
I was-
Brandon, yeah,
Brandon.
Brandon encouraged me. Yeah, Trey, Trey's on him. You know, Trey's a great X and O guy.
Let me ask
too.
y'all this. I always want to know this. Do you see a lot of fights? I'm talking about not in high school, but on the professional level. Do you guys see a lot of fights with your teammates?
Yeah.
What kind of question is that?
No, because I heard there's a lot of beef. I remember just talking to Sean. He was telling me that Xavier used to just beat up everybody on the Sonics.
Man, that was
On
one of
his
the
team?
best
Oh,
fights
well,
ever
yeah,
seen.
so-
in the NBA.
Yeah.
That was different.
I think my first,
Yeah.
my first year I played with, won the championship over there. I played with PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker
PJ.
hard.
Yeah.
Hard,
So, like we had like 5 on the team. You got five.
Yeah.
I mean, every practice we would call each other all type of names, man. Like,
It'd be serious.
it'd be serious. But
Man.
that was the competitiveness that we had. So
But then you got to play together.
we played so hard against each other, like, and then in the games it was so easy. It came to us so easy.
because
Right.
you pushed each other.
Right.
Yeah.
But we was beating each other up in
Yeah.
practice, but
Yeah.
after practice we be like, where we going? Like,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's a different thing.
And,
That's how you
and,
do
that's,
it.
and it's different now because now kids are so sensitive now, man. So if you
Soft.
if another kid
So
say something,
soft. Oh,
he's
so
talking about,
soft.
man, I'm about to go get the blapper or something. Like, you know?
So soft. It kills me. It's
They talk
It-
like
it-
that.
it's
drives
crazy.
me
So we try
insane.
to teach them constructive criticism.
Yeah.
You know, you guys got to learn how to take
Yeah.
constructive criticism
Yeah.
because it's gonna be like that your whole life.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
we try to mold them and teach them to get for the next level.
But it's a mental thing. That's what's so
Yeah.
difficult. I think that kids don't realize that. Like I've had to go through with all my kids is, as athletes, sports is all mental. It is athletic, no doubt, but you guys know that you can either, let's say, and we've seen it at every level, whether it's high school or college or even in professional and every, like in the NFL and things like that, NBA. You've seen professional players come back from 20 points down, and Allen Iverson and rest in peace Kobe Bryant and Jordan when he had the flu winning. I mean, but that's a mental thing.
But
That's all mental. That's mental toughness. That's drive. And our kids these days, you're right, they don't have that. And that's why, like, when I say I expect you as coaches to push my child mentally, and teach them to be tough, and because that, to me, that's your position, right? Because you've been there, and I know how I've raised my kids. So when I say I give you permission to be hard, I'm dead set against. I mean that. Right. I mean that. And if they come home crying, I say, well, you can either quit or you can.
That's really rare that happens, because a lot of people start out that way.
Oh no, no.
But I mean, for our team, the kids have arguments. Sure. We just monitor it. We monitor the argument. We don't let them like back out or anybody get hurt. But we're not going to stop the big dog. I mean, this year Tari Easton was the big dog on our team. He's a senior. Sometimes things get exchanged between the kids that they have to figure out for themselves. Mm-hmm. And then I can say like Tre's nephew Jalen. He's a freshman. He is one of the most amazing kids I've ever seen because
his son or
his nephew.
His nephew.
He stays the same way no matter what. If he makes a big shot and win a game,
that's awesome.
He doesn't smile. If he doesn't make it, he doesn't smile. If you talk to him a certain way, he's going to look at you the same way. And one of the few times he talked is when one of our seniors were like, bro, I'll do this to you. And he was like, no, you won't. No, you won't do anything. He just found his way, though. He just
right.
He found his way.
But that's one of those. That's even keel. Those. I think those are probably. He's probably one of the toughest kids mentally to really figure out because he doesn't. You can't sway him either way. So to me, that's pretty admirable. I'm like looking at that, going, okay, he's going to be your fighter because you can't sway him either way. You don't know. You can't break him down. Sometimes you can see when an athlete mentally is broken down. The minute you see you got in his head, the body language, all that, and he's given up. So then what do you do as a player? You go after that player because you got him mentally. That's when you start talking the trash. That's when you start going, watch me, I'm going to shoot over you, whatever the case may be, because you beat them mentally.
I always felt like true athletes that I've met, they don't like losing anything.
No.
They do. They really take it serious. Mm-hmm. It don't matter if it's something they don't play. Baseball, they don't like losing.
Right.
No.
Right.
And they do everything 110%.
And he's such a great kid. Like, I listen to people rank kids and top 100 and all this other stuff. And I talk to them and they say, hey, the kids are freshmen high. He's going to come in and compete in high school. He don't have any emotion. But every night out, every Tuesday and Friday night out, he hit the big shot for us.
Yeah.
And he walks away with the big shot, and I just look over him like, there's the freshman again, there's the freshman. So he doesn't view himself that way. He just views himself as a basketball. I told Trey the other night, the funniest thing is we were at the Dome, and we play Thursday morning at 9, and we got to come back Friday morning, we play at 9, and Jalen just sitting around. I'm like, what's up, bro? And he wants to come back to Seattle and play late night.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. He wants to just have some fun and play basketball.
Where are you guys at with the? So you're coaching. Mm-hmm. Do you want to stay at this level of coaching, or are you trying to go college, possibly move up? Is that?
For me right now, I'm pretty chill where I'm at, but I wouldn't mind coaching collegiately.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to go back to the losing and winning thing, like I had to learn how to not like take that energy after the game.
Take it home.
Take it home. If I lose, I'm like, man, it's over. I'm not doing nothing.
Yep.
It really bugs you that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, me and my wife ain't. I don't want to talk.
And when you see that cat again or whoever you played, you ready to just like.
Yeah.
Do you play in those leagues Jamal do?
Pro-Am?
What is it
Pro-Am?
called? Yeah.
Pro-Am?
Yeah, I didn't last year, but I did previously.
Yeah, he be bringing some talent.
Yeah, he be balling.
Yeah, they be bringing some guys in there. But for me, I love where I'm at because I think once you start going up higher and higher, that's where the dictatorship comes in at. And I just think if we can shape the kids when they're young, That's what I want to do. I want because they're more impressionable.
Is it more giving back too?
And they're so
them to
so impressionable. You can easily tell them to do things and they'll do it. But once a kid gets in college, he's 19, 21 years old. You tell him something, he's not really hearing it because he's made it or he feel like he's made it. And in this level for me, I can touch all the kids, not just the kids at Garfield, but all the kids. I mean, I got relationships in Tacoma. I got relationship as far as from Portland to Bellingham. That's that, and I love those relationships.
I was waiting on Sweeng to come back on the show.
How do you guys feel as far as talk about education on your bench and all your players? What is the average GPA?
I mean,
Good question.
WIA is 2.0, but we try to hold them to 2.5.
You guys got people to work with them?
Tutors.
Well, I'm in the building too.
You help too?
He's in the building. He works in the
He
store.
I work at
works
Garfield.
Wow.
What you do?
Dope.
I work with, I don't want to call them behavior kids, but I work with kids that are
Okay.
You work with the E-Dogs.
Bad boys.
yeah.
But going on that question again, how do you guys feel? Because you have that, like we were just talking about Zion. He's in college in Duke for a year. You guys proponents of just a year and out, or
I'm all for it, me.
Yeah.
I'm all for it because no one turns down a promotion on their job,
Get to the
Right.
money.
right? So
Yeah.
no one turns down a promotion on their job. And people say a lot of times, I mean, this is kind of controversial. I'm always on this end of it, though. People always say that these guys are student athletes before they're everything. But yet and still, you the CEO of some company sitting down there enjoying the entertainment of a kid who can't even go buy a burger at school. So no one turns down a promotion on their job.
right?
And so if you worked since you was 6 or 7 years old for free, and now you get a chance to get $1 million, that's really not a lot of money.
So are you with? It's not just LeBron James, but they're pushing for college students, players to get paid. You with that?
Yeah, and I'll really be with it if I was in college too.
To me, I don't want everybody to get paid because everybody's talent is not what. I mean, they make the team, but some guys on the team, the education is enough for them, I think. But I think everyone deserves to be able to have some type of money to live off, meaning food,
Some kind of stipend.
some type of stipend. Yeah,
Because most college athletes,
They have no
whatever
money.
gender, it doesn't matter. If you're on a full ride scholarship, you only get XXX. That's it. There's no money for the weekend
So now,
or anything like that.
I think it was a year or two ago, or when Shabazz Napier was in college,
I heard.
and he put it on social media, and he didn't have no money to go buy something. So now,
No.
what colleges do, now you have a card.
You have a
Yes.
card.
You can go,
Yeah.
you can go, you
Yes.
can go buy whatever you want.
And then
With the card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
who was it too with the video games? A college athlete, because I can't remember who it was. What video game? College and whatever 2000 whatever. But
Yeah.
they
were on there.
he went to court and said, "You are using the likeness of me,
Yep,
and you're not paying me."
I signed that paper too.
Did you? So yeah,
Oh, you
that
had
was a
you had to sign
UCLA
something?
player, correct?
Yeah, it was like an NCAA.
Yes, an NCAA 2000 something
yeah.
game. It was a basketball game. So you take all these college players without their permission.
Yeah, put them on
So
there.
and they put them out on an NBA game on
Like
a
2K.
Yeah, NBA too.
Oh, so you
Like
guys
2K.
don't get
No,
NCAA
NCAA
2K.
2K
Yeah.
game,
I
right?
didn't know that.
And they didn't get no
They don't
pay.
get
And
any
one
pay
of the
for
and one I think it was a UCLA player. He said,
O'Bannon.
I
O'Bannon.
don't think
Ed
so.
O'Bannon.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ed
Ed
O'Bannon.
O'Bannon. Yeah, Ed
He
O'Bannon.
said, "Oh no, try again," and he took it to court, and that's why
I mean,
now.
Chris Webber and the Fab Five
Yeah.
started a whole trend, and
Yeah.
they was hungry walking around, Michigan.
So,
Right, and
so
they got
what you-
in trouble, and they got banned. Those banners were taken down in the 10 years just passed.
Passed, yeah.
Just passed. And
So
Chris
what you
Webber
telling me is
can now
these
go
guys are
in.
negotiating monies
School is.
School.
right,
With the
for the
school.
school,
Yeah.
right? And the player. So what about jerseys and stuff like that?
Players
None
can't,
of that.
The players can't, because anytime you take something, then that takes away. That's violates the scholarship. And a lot of people don't notice that when people say you get a full ride scholarship, it's over after 1 year. Every year you have to kind of redo the scholarship. They don't have to keep
why
you.
don't you believe that everybody on the roster should be paid? Or are you saying they shouldn't be paid?
They shouldn't be paid individual
Yeah, I was
check
just thinking about
together
that.
in bulk. I mean, if it's $10,000 for this team, you know what I mean? They split the money up.
Right.
They do it all the same. You shouldn't get 5,000 and I get 1,000.
Absolutely.
Right? Then that's I don't believe in that.
But
I
would feel some kind of way about that if I'm putting up 20 points and this guy's over here sitting the bench, man. Why
Right,
you get the same
But
amount?
you
Why
know
he
what
get-
else too? Here's the
why
other
nobody
thing,
gets
too.
paid.
Here's
That's
the
why.
problem
That's
with
why.
that.
That's why the NCAA when you start to do that, that's why they say, well, we'll solve it and nobody will get
Nobody
nothing.
get
Right.
nothing.
Right. So
Because the education
now the
isn't
kids
enough,
struggle.
right.
So now they'll say we'll feed you.
Right.
You know, we'll feed you.
I was just
but-
wondering, are these guys on the team?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to know like what it felt like when you won. When you realized
Did
you
you
was
say you
taking
was
that joint
32?
home. Like,
He said
what was that
32.
feeling? You know
You
what I'm
can
saying?
still play for
When?
the team. If you're 32, you can get away with
Wait,
it.
did you say you was 32?
You got high school. You can go back to high school, man.
Yeah, he never know. we felt
That
good.
dude looked 12. He 32 for real?
No, I mean, dang.
We felt
Must be
we felt great, bro.
sanitizer. That boy looking
He's
good.
working. He's basketball working.
I know that's right.
You play. I know you play, right? Man, where did you find these? These guys look young.
That's my boy. That's my little cousin.
That's
There
your
you go.
boy?
Yeah.
You finished school though, right? Oh, that's
I
what's
know.
up.
I'm in college. You heard
That's
it.
what's up.
Yeah.
I ain't hating on that.
Now the feeling of winning, man, was so awesome for us. You know, it was really, really awesome when our girls won.
Yes.
Along,
crazy.
this is the 100th year of Garfield High School.
awesome.
Has this ever happened?
Yes, we'll get together. We'll all party together with the 1987 team, girls and guys.
That's Kermit
We're getting
Johnson and
together.
them, right?
Yeah, we're getting
Yeah,
together to
yeah.
come bring it all back together. I mean, it was hard work because the girls went into the loser bracket
But
by
that's
default.
that is something.
You know.
I mean, they came from the loser bracket. You know how hard that is to do. That is
That's
so
deep.
hard to do.
Yeah, it was meant
that
to. It was meant
Garfield,
to be
baby.
that way.
Yeah,
That's
that's
that
awesome.
Class of
algorithm to come
91.
out of-
Okay.
I know Coach Marvin. I
Yeah,
know him
yeah,
well.
Marvin.
I really like
Did you
him.
play?
Yeah.
You played who?
No, I played in the street, but I was there at the game.
He played late night.
I was late night.
Huh?
You
He played late night.
Did
yeah.
you play
Yeah.
like organized ball?
Yeah.
At school?
Yeah, high school ball.
What school did you play?
Yeah, I played for Louisiana. I came up here and I played for Cleveland and
Oh,
I played
okay.
for Highline. in
Was you
Gary.
scoring?
You see,
Were
he
you
got his,
scoring?
you see, he got his
Yeah.
Saints hat on,
Yeah.
representing the Saints,
I
baby.
still
I
hoop,
see
man.
you.
Don't be
I see you.
You
disrespecting
still
the
hoop?
Saints,
Yeah, I
man.
still
Don't
Who that?
be.
You still
Yeah, who that?
Who
Yeah,
that?
he
Who
know.
that?
He know what's going on with
Yeah,
that.
he
He
will.
know what's going on.
You still hoop?
I still hoop.
Hooping, man. I walk in the gym every day. Hoop.
Yeah, he be
One
up in
shot
there.
and go sit in.
We haven't seen it. Trey, can he play?
Yeah, well, I
He
don't
got, he
know.
got a nice little left.
Listen, man.
I ain't seen
Hey,
him
look,
run.
Trey gets the good part, give me the great part. But one of our other coaches be like, we got a drill where you have to miss, and they don't never miss. So they be like, Coach Will, come shoot. And I'm like, hold on, man, don't be disrespecting me. Just call me over here just to miss.
That's what I was going to say.
But I miss anyway, though. I ain't like I'm just trying to.
That's
fake
what
the
I was
fun.
going to say.
E-Dawg
'cause-
could play. You guys ever see E-Dawg ball?
Oh, my God.
No, he could ball. He just didn't
Yeah,
meet
I'll
the
s-
height requirement.
Yeah, I
but
know.
other than that,
Hey, talk to Nate Robinson about that.
he make Nate look tall.
They call him Big Nate.
Nate.
So Will, that's why I was asking, because you come from baseball.
I come from baseball.
Right.
Yep.
And
Oh, nice.
my thing was, when you coaching, I know sometimes coaches always say, so I want you to take the ball here, turn around here, and then and and it don't make it all the time. Like,
Right.
what's your percentage rate? Like,
Well, my percentage, I just go off what my son did. I don't go off anything else. You know, I go
coach don't never
I got
make
my
it, but
son-
he
yeah.
want us to.
Yeah,
but
I just go off with my
I
son.
see it.
What my son,
I'm on it. I'm
my
on
son
it.
did. So he played. My son played also high school. Played at Rainy Beach, won 2 state championships there. MVP in 2013.
Did you coach him?
I was on the bench at Rainy Beach when he won the title. So
Yes, because I
Been
know
hooked up.
I know you.
I'm a
I seen
baseball
a
guy,
picture. I
yeah.
remember when you was at AT&T. Dino was like, "We have a professional baseball player."
yeah,
And I'm
that
going-
was my reason for coming to
Have
Seattle.
you seen his old picture?
Coming to Seattle.
Yeah, he showed me a couple of them pictures. He was like a slam.
Like, where did that dude go? Right?
Slim.
I said, who's
when
this,
you-
your brother?
When you, yeah, he did. Yeah. Hey, when you have a kid in the gym all the time that hoops, you get hooked on chili dog, chili cheese dogs.
I don't even, dude.
You know,
That dude in the picture looks nothing like this guy.
My man, Coach Will go during our halftime game and go get a hot dog.
Serious about it.
Rocking with it, baby. I got to keep it up.
You know I got a hot dog cart.
You got a hot dog cart. There you go, right
Couple
there.
of dogs, shameless plugs.
In the front.
We just cooked up some friends.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Just made
He gonna
good
be
friends.
like, Trey, next year they gonna trip. I got my own hot dog cart.
Swing one.
Coach Will. I'm
We
gonna call it
gonna
Coach
put the
Will.
cart right next to the bench.
Hey, anything that I touch, man, you see I came in, switch and touch this
Come on.
gold ball.
Say that.
It moves, man. So,
Yeah, I gotta give it to you.
When I move
gotta
out, it moves.
You guys put together a good coaching team, though. B. Roy, Trey, you.
We got a lot
I mean-
of flack off that too, though, man.
Yeah, you did
They
a lot
tried
of
to just say,
criticism.
they just tried to say we had the talent when we couldn't coach, you know.
Oh, yeah.
There's always that,
It's
though.
always
That's
been
part of the
some-
politics.
Yeah.
That's the one thing
You
I
can't
learned
say
this
that no
year
more.
as my
Yeah.
freshman coming in. It was really frustrating because, you know, there are some, and I'm sure you'll agree or disagree, I don't know, but there are some players who were amazing players who try and coach and just can't coach.
Yeah.
And then there's some, I mean, and we see it all over
Also-
in college, a lot of really good coaches that never played. They just know the game and they know talent. And
that's
we
true.
see it all over. So
So this was real big for you guys then.
I think it's
Huge.
awesome.
big.
Oh, yeah, this was huge.
That's why we call ourselves Death Row, man.
That's why we
That's
death row.
right.
Say that. That's why we did. That's why
Well,
we
because
did
the
death
other
row.
thing too
Yeah,
is
sure.
because
Welcome
And break
to
it
death
down.
row.
I'm not being Suge.
You gonna be Suge.
Since I'm the new guy over, I owed him. You know, for my son leaving, I owed him a couple championships because if my son would have stayed, we hopefully would project to win 2 at Garfield. So he left and went to Rainier Beach. So he's like, you like Tupac. You gotta come back and give me 2 albums. You the head of Death Row East. You know, he be
You
telling me
guys-
all kind of
so,
stuff.
So you guys in though next year,
yeah,
same thing.
Oh yeah.
well, and there was
They
a lot
gotta
of
be.
criticism too because Eastside Catholic, which is so interesting, is because Eastside Catholic girls and Eastside and Garfield girls and Garfield boys, Eastside Catholic boys. That was a huge for the Metro and stuff. That was a big competition.
All right,
Yeah, in the
y'all,
top
give it up. Give it
Top
up
four.
for the Garfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah. Dog.
Trey, thanks for coming through.
The
Will.
champ is here.
The champs are
The
here.
champ is here.
Chop it up, y'all. Easy Way
Good job.
Radio, man. See y'all next Friday.
Yeah, we
All
out.
right, appreciate it, man.